I was having a great summer.
Yeah.
Calgary was named as the best city in North America to live in by The Economist, fourth best in the world. Things were going well. Then NAFTA, then the court decision on Trans Mountain. So things have shifted a lot. But on NAFTA, you know, we've got an incredibly smart negotiator in our foreign minister, Chrystia Freeland. She knows, she's tough, but she knows what it's going to take to make a deal. Right now, we're hearing that cultural industries and dispute resolution mechanism are the stumbling blocks. These things are fixable. So I know that we're going to get
Have
there.
you felt any impact already?
Not yet.
Meaning, what are businesses in Calgary telling you?
You know, so we're very focused, of course, on energy. We're much more focused on the decision around the Trans Mountain pipeline that came out last week. We know that there will always be free flow of energy, in particular between the three countries. It's way too integrated to try and take apart. That said, so is the auto sector, and we've had lots of discussions about that. It's unclear when you're dealing with a negotiating partner who
Well, speak to that, though.
Hard to figure
how
out.
much is this about economics at this point? How much do you think is it a little bit about ego, given some of the comments that have been made? By the way, on both sides, but clearly, obviously, you heard President Trump's comments. He says they were made off the record about sort of how he was approaching this. But Chrystia Freeland has said a number of things as well.
Well, you know, there's always politics in these things, right? There's always politics in these negotiations. I'm lucky. I get to be a nonpartisan guy who wears purple every day because it's red and blue, and try and see all sides of this issue. But of course, there's going to be politics in all of this. But the important thing to remember is that the president's not in the room. And while the minister is in the room from time to time, there's also professional negotiators there who really have the best interests of the parties at heart. And so, you know, I think the best thing about missing that deadline last week is, in fact, the fact that we can take the glare off a little bit and let the negotiators do their work.
Against a hard deadline, because the reason we had the deadline before was that this needs to get done before there's a change in the president of Mexico, before you have a new president who comes in who's going to be not looking at this the same way. You're optimistic, but are you worried at some point, too?
I think nothing focuses the mind of a trade negotiator like a deadline. But now they've got a reasonable one.
We blew through it last week.
Well, that was kind of a fake one, right? There's a reasonable one now at the end of the month. You can't say to somebody on Wednesday, you got to sign something by Friday that has trillions of dollars of impact. But there's a more reasonable one at the end of the month. And I suspect we'll get somewhere that, you know, every party will walk away going, nah, I could have done a little bit better. And that's the sign of a good negotiation.